welcome to the Big Pod. I'm here with me, Bree. So I have been holding a secret since January 19th, I believe. Now, we did tell our immediate family, but which that includes a lot of aunts and uncles. So if you heard it from someone already, it's because we have a lot of family, which is which is a beautiful thing. And I have to thank everyone for keeping it on the down low so that we could share this amazing news. But Jeremy and I are expecting a baby. We are pregnant, which some people don't like that saying. So I'm pregnant. I have to say, when I first found this out, I was shocked. I never thought in a million years I would see a positive test. I didn't even know what it looked like for so long. So here we go. Let me tell you what happened. And I do apologize if I'm having a hard time talking. The braces have been interesting, to say the least. So anyway, I was talking to my boss. I shouldn't say she's a boss. She's like a leader. And I had been telling her like how sick I had been because there was that 1 week that you all remember. I had a sore throat and it would not go away. And it felt like every day I was just feeling sicker and sicker. And then by, I think it was like Friday of that week, I felt like I didn't eat lunch or something, which was very common for me. And all of a sudden, I felt like I was going to get sick. And for me, I was like, well, maybe I just didn't have enough food. So I didn't really think much of it, but I told my leader slash boss, what how I was feeling. She's like, you should just take a test, all right? Like to see. And we have that kind of relationship where we can talk like that. It's, still be professional, but she has, I always keep her in the loop of what's going on with me because sometimes working for me is not the same as like, even though I work from home, there are days that I cannot function, as you know, with endo. So I kept her kind of like on my schedule of when my period would be coming, when it's supposed to be coming, when it wasn't coming. So that's how she's like, you're a week late, you might as well test. Now, I had no intentions of testing because in the beginning, because I was like, well, I'm used to this. I've been 2 weeks late, even almost 3 at one point. So I was going to wait until like January 22nd. Well, then she said, it's not like you can't get like a quick test from the dollar store. They're cheaper and they work. So that weekend, I decided I'm going to do it. Why not? So I get the test, I take it. And then what's crazy is positive. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, can there be a false positive? So I call my mom up and I tell her that I was like, can there be a false positive with a pregnancy test? And she's like, no, I think it's the opposite. Like sometimes there can be false negatives, which isn't always a thing, but I don't think that it's the same for positives. Now, it doesn't matter if this is true or not true. It's just the fact that I did not, even in this moment of potentially having the news of being pregnant, I did not want to believe it because I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. So she's like, well, did you buy another test? And I was like, yeah, I did. She's like, take that test and call me back. I do that. It's positive again. So she's like, you're pregnant then. And so after I talk to her, I get off the phone and I start reading about the Dollar Tree pregnancy test. And I'm like, I wonder if like I accidentally bought a test because my mind does not want to accept the news. So I'm like, I wonder if I bought a test that is actually like a joking test, because I know some people joke about it. I know that there's a huge issue with that, and I'm not trying to bring that up. You would know that my feelings would obviously be not for people pretending to be pregnant, because it's not awesome for people like us that have been in the infertility route. But I was convincing myself, I'm like, nah, I'm not pregnant. This is probably a fluke. This is probably a test that's fake. So I'm reading the box all over, trying to see it say, like that warning, like, hey, this is not a real test. Well, it was real. So I'm like, well, I don't feel anything, so I can't be pregnant. And then I'm like, what do I do? Because I've never been pregnant, so I don't know what to do next. Well, Martin Luther King Day was the very next day. So this gave me another day to sit in this news, because you can't call anybody and try to make an appointment or, make things happen. You just have, like, especially on a holiday. So, and honoring, Martin Luther King. So on Monday, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe I'm pregnant. And I think that's when I fully started to feel the symptoms of the first trimester. I just didn't realize like that they would come so quickly. And maybe it's because it was my awareness now, like, oh crap, which I did think this. I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I thought, oh shit, I'm pregnant. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's like when you have a fairy tale in your mind of getting pregnant and having a baby, and this is coming from someone that's never been pregnant, you think, wow, this is like gonna be amazing. But then when it actually happens, it's like, oh, what do I do now? I've always wanted this, but I didn't expect that feeling. So the first trimester symptoms start on that Monday. And I'm like, yeah, I have to be pregnant, because I started noticing if I didn't eat at certain times, I'd feel sicker. And now, I mean, there's so much to share with you guys about this. So this episode is going to be fully about the fact that I'm pregnant. I cannot believe it. Like, whoa. By the way, I forgot to add, I am 12 weeks pregnant. The baby is the size of a lime, according to my app. We will not know the gender early like others do with that NIPT test. That's because we don't qualify for it. But we will find out the gender when it's that time. And we do want to know. And I know plenty of people in my life that didn't know or didn't want to know, but I can't roll like that. Like, no, I've waited enough. I'm too impatient. Y'all know this. So we're going to find out the gender when we can and share it with you guys. We are due September 16th, 2022. And what's so funny about this number, if you know my husband, you know that his favorite numbers are 916 and 619. And the baby's due on 916. So that is crazy. And for me, I know that not everybody's got numbers, but for me, I was born on the 22nd. It's always been my favorite number. So 91622. I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, obviously the baby may not come that day, may come early, may come later, but it's just the fact of the matter. So definitely excited, also scared, have so many things to share about the 12 weeks of this pregnancy, the symptoms, it's been like a roller coaster. And then on top of that, I have the braces. So it has been wild. But I can't wait to bring you all on this journey with me. I have so much to share the next month. I've been trying to keep this secret for so long, especially talking about it on here. And I had to save it for March, which is the perfect time for me to be 12 weeks, because it's Endometriosis Awareness Month. And I have endo, and I got pregnant, y'all. Like, what? So, yeah. I don't know everybody has asked me like the different thoughts of how this could not how it could happen, but all the different things that I did on how it could happen. And I gotta be honest, I have gone through everything of all the stuff that I did. And I think at the end of the day, it was just a mixture of everything that needed to happen. So I cannot pinpoint what it was that helped pregnancy. Many of you would say it's the puppy. Many of you would say it's because I was relaxed from, going to therapy and everything. There's so many things that it could be. But for me, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, praying for a healthy baby and a healthy mama. Oh yes, and so far, which I don't think that there will be any more, because some people say that another baby can hide behind a baby, but we are at one baby, and I think it will be just one baby. So definitely let me know what you think the gender is. I know there's nothing to really determine or to base it off of right now, except for the very first sonogram. But let me know what you think. And I'm excited. I can't wait to share this journey with you when I get back from vacation, because we're going to Hawaii, or we're in Hawaii now. Well, for this episode, I'm not actually in Hawaii right now, but this is a surprise episode. So when you hear this, I'll be in Hawaii, and I will have already announced this message. So I'm so excited for you guys to follow this journey with us. Please help us with prayers if you believe in that, or good vibes, thoughts, because, anything can happen, as everyone knows, but just praying for a healthy baby, healthy mama. And of course, praise to Jeremy for being the baby and the dog. So it's exciting. We'll be a family of 4 with our little baby Benji and our baby that's coming. But yeah, very it was so shocking. Like January, when I said that I was running full force at January, I had no idea what that meant until now. So it's been wow. But anyway, my biggest affirmation is like just the fact I'm pregnant. No, healthy baby, healthy mom would be the affirmation, but I just can't believe it. So I know this was short and sweet, but please continue to follow me. I've got so much to share, a lot and unfiltered things. There's gonna be so much that I need to get off my chest about the first trimester, and I'm gonna be unfiltered. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, there is definitely it's been life changing, that's for sure. And it's not even like, it's funny because I'll say that to people and they're like, you haven't even got to the baby part yet. And it's like, yeah, I know. A lot of stuff is gonna change. So with that being said, you are loved, you are worthy, you are cherished, and I am proud of you. Until next time.